Yo, what's good, everybody? We got another Beers with Barton. It is Monday, August 30th, 2021. Hope everyone had a great weekend and is ready to start the week off. Obviously, or typically, I don't drink during the week, Monday through Thursday. And I really had planned to dry out, definitely, maybe even for a whole week, or at least till next weekend. Because I was up at a beer festival this past weekend up in Boone with some buddies. And had a great time, great beers, but drank and ate way more than I normally would, so there's that. And then also, I kept it going. Yesterday, I had 2 fantasy drafts. One live at Pippa's with my buds, and that lasted about 4 hours. And of course, I was partaking in the libations. And then I had one online with a bunch of other guys I've actually met just through fantasy drafts and mock drafts a couple years ago. It's the Dumpster League. We're all over the world. There's one guy in San Francisco, a couple in the Sacramento area. We got Missouri, Houston, a handful of guys. Me and my buddy Jimmy, we're here in North Carolina. And I think Colorado, I think there's at least one. Anyways, that's a great time. Set up a Zoom call and just... That was an absolute dumpster fire because we do keepers, but ESPN doesn't allow you to apply a player and take that draft pick away for that round. So we have a list and we go. And last year was just fine. Everyone picked the guy in the right round, left him there. But last night I think there was 4 keepers that were picked wrong. So we had to do some crazy trades, and the team that their keeper took was allowed to choose some sort of a value to trade. It was just a mess, but had a good time. So tonight, it is fantasy football season. I've got 2 more drafts, one starting here at about 8 o'clock. That one's kind of cool. That's the Guillotine League, where there's 18 teams this year because there's 17 weeks, and you draft your players, and then whichever team finishes last, least amount of points, their team goes back at the waiver wire. All the other teams can bid on the players. So 18 teams is tough. I'm the 17th pick. So I'll get a pick number 17 and number 20, and then not again for, I don't know, like 30 picks almost. So that's definitely a challenge. That one starts at 8, and then we have our Power Couples fantasy draft. Starts at 8:30. Jessica and I are in that with some of our good friends. It's 5 total couples. So that one's always really fun. So I'll have 2 drafts up and all my spreadsheets and my lists, and I'll be in my fantasy draft layer, hashtag. Also known as Office. So anyways, looking forward to it tonight. Michaela, she's actually in a fantasy draft. They're drafting next Saturday. And then I actually have 2 more drafts, another live one next Saturday. And then, I'm sorry, next Sunday, because it's Labor Day. And then one online with my buddies from San Francisco. So I've drafted 7 leagues already, and I have 4 more with a total of 11 this year, which is, I think, 5 or 6 more than I did last year. At least 5 more. I think I did 6. And then I do a confidence pick pool and a last man standing where it's like an eliminator. But yeah, I may have a problem, but I own it. I love it. And actually, I have 12 because I forgot. I'm in a dynasty league as well. So I just want to do a quick one. Say it's fantasy season. Had a great weekend. Looking forward to it. Continuing tonight. And yeah, before we know it, football season is here in 10 days for NFL. Preseason's over. Only 3 preseason games this year for almost every team, I think, except for the Steelers and the Cowboys because they played the Hall of Fame game. And then the real NFL season kicks off Thursday, September 9th. Dallas Cowboys boo at the Tampa Bay Bucks, the defending champs. That'll be great. And pretty much every game, every play in the NFL this season with my 12 teams, one of my players will be involved. So it'll be fun. But don't go chasing. Don't go Jason. Waterfalls, Southern Range out of Monroe. My buddy Jason McQueen actually got these because his name's Jason. He shared them with me last week, and I haven't had a chance to drink it yet. So doing the Don't Go Jason Waterfalls. Thank you to Mr. McQueen. He got me into the fantasy, the dynasty draft. Him and his buddies have been doing for, I want to say 2020. Wow. You guys can probably tell. Potter! You guys can probably tell well, I don't drink much anymore because that was a horrible pour. But anyways, he shared this one with me. He had bought a 4-pack, and it's actually pretty delicious. Wow, it's very good. So thanks for sharing, and Jason, thanks for getting me into your dynasty league with all your best buds. I'm looking forward to it. We drafted back in June because since it's a dynasty, you're basically only drafting rookies. You have draft picks, salary caps. It is defensive players, teams, offensive line. It is very, very detail oriented, and it is a lot of work, and it is a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, it's almost 7. Just got back, dropped Michaela off at dance, and Jessica met me after work. We walked about 2 miles while she was in dance, so it's time to shower, get the head right, and get ready for tonight. It's a battle, and we got to win. So, again, don't go Jason Waterfalls. Hazy IPA. Keep cold, drink fresh, which I'm doing both. I do not know what the ABV of this is. 6.3. Brings like a 4.9. Go Niners. So, cheers to fantasy football season, and cheers to real football coming pretty soon this weekend. There's already been some college games, but the real teams like Carolina and Notre Dame are starting to play Friday and Sunday this week. Cheers. That's delicious. Don't go Jason Waterfalls. Don't go chasing Waterfalls. Don't go chasing those players. Wait till they drop to you. Get that fantasy deliciousness value. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day, of the week. Hopefully, everyone has a great draft, except for the people I'm playing against. All right, guys. Until next time, deuces.